My name is Kenneth Berg. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. So what I'm displaying and showing you here is one of the darkest gray screens we have. Actually, we have quite a few dark gunmetal screens. We have that contrast screen paint, that basically that cinema nano technology that we do not. Sorry about that. My cat's trying to open up my door. We have the Cinema Gamer. So the Cinema Gamer is the darkest gray screen we have, the darkest gray. Like I said, if you look at them, they're black, but actually the screen is actually a very dark gray. Now, as I said, when it comes to a true gunmetal screen, a gunmetal screen has to be literally so dark that it's passable for black, but it's not black. Much like the daylight screen, Dark Star 9, those screens right there are really dark. I think the daylight screen is actually a little darker. But those screens are so dark, they look black. As a matter of fact, the first time I saw a daylight screen, I thought the screen was actually black, but it wasn't. It was actually gunmetal. Same thing with the Dragonfly. I thought the Dragonfly also too was a dark black screen, but it wasn't. It's also gunmetal. So that's why, like I said, when you're looking at a true gunmetal screen, they look close enough to be black screens. So if I take my camera phone and from my phone and I push it this way, the camera this way, now you can see that the screen is not black. This is an actual black screen. That's a gunmetal screen. But if I were to put my camera this way, you think you were seeing a black screen. That's how dark gunmetals have to be. They're literally almost near black, but they are not black. The only way you would be to tell, unless you walk in front of a screen that's literally black, you'll see the difference of the two. So, like I said, I had a customer contact me asking about a darkest gray screen. That would be the Cinema Gamer. That would be the darkest technology we make. And that screen produces an amazing image. I'll back up here real quick. I'm firing up my Sony projector right now. I think I have this. Yeah, it's already set up already. Should we got it real good? Here we go. But yeah, I've seen screens claim to be gunmetal, not even gunmetal, they're gray. That's it. Gunmetals look like they're black. That's how you can tell the difference between the two. At the top, we should put, because this screen runs two projectors at the same time. So I'm going to run, actually, supposed to be running 235.1, but the Xbox runs on that one at the top. I don't know how there's people out there developing black technology, dark technology, and they know nothing about it at all whatsoever. They honestly don't. They don't know the difference between gunmetal and a gray screen. There's a difference between a gray screen and gunmetal. If you look at the Cinema Gray 5D, that's a mid-gray screen. If you look at the, if I'm going to butcher it, I always butcher it, the Parallax, that screen is so dark. Literally, when I first saw it, I thought that screen was black. Have you ever heard of a screen called a Dragonfly? Nope. Guess what? That's another new technology they got out. It's a dark gunmetal screen. They look black. I thought that screen was black when I first saw it too. But they're called Dragonflies. So there's a whole lot of people who develop, big companies who develop gunmetal screens, and gunmetal screens are supposed to be near almost black. And that's the problem, because you got some people that are claiming gunmetal screens to be black screens. They don't even know what they're talking about. I have to call you back on that one. Oh, we know who that is. We know who that is. All right, Matt, from the door. That's you know who. Now, keep in mind, I would chill with that nonsense. I already told you from the door, if we have a problem with that, what's going to happen. And if you think I'm playing, I have my attorney send some more paperwork down to your house. So we can push this along real quick, real fast. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, so they don't know what they're talking about. If you don't understand it, like I said, the products we have here, they have issues. They have real serious and bad issues. They would never pass any of the tests we put underneath of. But if they feel that they can, we got 250-inch screens that are going out in the back tomorrow. I'll display you. I'll display you for the world to see. One of those big boys. All right, so yeah, that's the difference. Gunmetal screens literally look so dark, they could be passable for black screens. Like I said, two of the screens I ran into that were really dark. One was a Dragonfly, and the other one was the Parallax, and I butchered that name so badly, but I literally thought when I purchased those screens that, well, I didn't get my hands on the Dragonfly. Couldn't get my hands on that one. But the other one, talking to the fellow who actually developed it, yeah, it's a gunmetal screen. They're passable for black screens. Like I said, if you want to act up, like I said, I got no problem with purchasing your products. I'll display them on those 250 inches in my backyard. You don't want to be out there, trust me. You won't pull at 5 o'clock. So, you better behave yourself. And we know what we're talking about when I tell them behave yourself, because I will display it on the 150s outside. That's what they're out there for. We're going to do one display on a white screen and one display on the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. That's the difference between the two. That's black, that's gunmetal. I gotta figure out how to get that to run my other system at the same time. This is actually the biggest screen we got in the house. This is 155, painted directly to the wall. Now, even if the screen, at the end of the day, like I said, is gunmetal, dark gunmetal, they still have issues with white levels. So that's why they have to be tested against white screens to see where the white levels lay at. You should be seeing those demonstrations. This one's already had all its test demonstrations, so this one's done. Let me see what we have here. I want to get to my keystone a little bit here. Okay, that's the keystone. Yeah, it's much better. now. That's all we need. That's it.
This is my voice, my strength. When I was young.
Beautiful thing about lens shift, which I love the most. Move your screen anywhere you want. Oh, that's where that call came. My fault. I apologize. I'll be with you in a few minutes. All right, so that's basically about it. I gotta call a business call on the other end. I get usually my late calls coming from overseas. So yeah, it's back and forth. I'm surprised I don't sleep with Bluetooth on half the time. But yeah, since we've been displaying that Black Phoenix, people want to know how to set them up outside. And that's the guy who was also talking about the gunmetal screen, how dark the gunmetals. But yeah, this is a true gunmetal. A true gunmetal is supposed to be so dark to pass for black screens. So you stare at it, it looks black, but it's not. It's an actual gray screen. And you have to be to pull your white levels, contrast, all that stuff. Keep in mind that these screens need to be tested on certified screens. They need to be tested on white levels only. This stuff right here, the Cinema Gamer, has all those tests to back it up. So if you want, go look through the archives. You can see all the tests that have been done. Low lumen. It had the distance throw outside. We did all that stuff. All the testing we put our screens under. This one's already done. It already passed. So like I said, I don't consider it to be screen paint until it passes our test. Because I guarantee you, if we get it down here, it's not going to pass. It's definitely not going to pass side by side any one of our screens. That's the guarantee we give you. If it doesn't pass our test, it's not worth your time. Because if they're going to deny the test or cancel out, that tells you right from the door that their product is not worth your time or your money at the end of the day. I got to go. I got this business call I got to take care of real quick. Thank you for your time. Got to go, and God bless.